Each time you are meeting a woman for the very, very first time, first expression matters a lot. As in a lot, okay? Because it's what is going to determine whether or not this lady may want to have another meet up with you. It's what determines whether or not this lady would want to take you as a friend, as in friends on you, or this lady will make up her mind to probably give a relationship a try between you and her. So it's very important on how you treat yourself when you are meeting a woman for the very, very first time. So in today's video, gentlemen, we are going to look at some of the places that you should touch a woman when you meet her for the very, very first time. Now, remember, as you are doing this, do not make a mistake of this woman portraying you as someone who is just interested in sleeping with her or getting in between her legs. Because when she does that, then trust me, bro, that will be the end of you meeting up with that woman. So take note of the 5 places that we are going to be looking at in today's video. Welcome to the Men's Love Zone. My name is Pam, and here we talk about all to do with love, sex, and relationship, especially for the men. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and share the video after watching. Okay, so the very first place that you should touch a woman that you are meeting for the very first time. Okay, I'm assuming that this is a lady that probably you've been chatting with, and now it's the D-Day. You want to meet up with her and see how you can take things onto the next level. Now, before we even get onto the points, gentlemen, you need to know that women so much value touch. Okay, so when you touch her, when you feel her, that is a signal, that is a communication that you are sending to her. So it's very important that you touch her. However, touch the right places, especially for the very, very first meetup. Okay, so place number 1 or thing number 1 that you should do immediately you meet up with this lady for the very first time is giving her a warm hug and a peck. Ta, ta, ta. Now, please, bro, do not kiss her. Do not go on her lips, because when you do that, oh my G, that is a red flag. By default, you will never see that lady again. So please, when you meet her, I'm assuming that you probably have agreed to meet in a certain location. When you reach there first or she reaches there first, it doesn't matter. But immediately you see her, please stand up, give her a warm hug. Don't be very, very tight. Don't be very distant. It should be minimal. Give her a hold, give her a hug, sorry, and please peck her here, 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 here. Trust me, she'll find that very welcoming. That is place number 1. The number 2 place that you can touch when you are meeting a woman for the very first time is her hands and her fingers. Very, very important. Now, I don't expect you to just grab her hands out of the blue and then start touching her. We don't do it like that. We do it with strategy. Okay? So let's assume that you are having a conversation and now it's her turn to talk, and she's like, it's a pleasure meeting you. I'm so and so. I'm Pam, for instance. I do ABCD for a living. Now, as she is talking, probably she will hold her hair or she'll, be touching her fingers. So at that very point, for instance, let's assume that she's putting on rings like me. So what we'll do is like, oh, by the way, I love your rings. Let me have a look. Yeah. So of course she'll hand over her hands to you, and that is the point that you start, admiring the rings, and then you go off to the nails. You're like, oh my G, by the green is my color. And that is, of course, if it's really your color. So from there, you take up complimenting her hands, complimenting her fingers. Probably if she is putting on a wristwatch, you can also admire it. And as the conversation is going, keep playing with her hands, not overly, okay? After a few minutes, let her hand go. Do not pull it and stay with it forever. She will at some point be uncomfortable, okay? So after a few minutes, let her go. The next third place that you should touch a lady that you are meeting for the very first time is the shoulders, okay? The shoulders. Now, bro, as you are holding her shoulders, please make sure not to tamper with her tomatoes. Please, if you do that again, that would be a total turn off. You will never see that woman again. Okay? So as you are probably you're done with your meal, or probably you're done with your drinks, and you are maybe having now the concluding conversation, at some point you may just take off your hand and hold her as you are talking to her, or maybe look at her and be like, oh, by the way, you have nice eyes. By the way, I love your lips. By the way, oh, that hair looks that the color of your hair is nice. Yeah. Find something to compliment and use it as an excuse to touch the parts that I have mentioned. Yeah. So you can hold her shoulder, like I've said, but please make sure not to at any point tamper with her tomatoes. Even if it's by mistake, bro, don't do it. She will take it in a negative. Lastly, point number 4 area that you can touch a woman you're meeting for the very first time without appearing any creepy is the waist. Okay? Now, this comes last for a reason, yeah? So I'm assuming that your meeting is done, so you had something to eat, you had something to drink, you had a conversation, you pecked her and gave her a hug at the beginning. I'm assuming that you felt her hands. I'm assuming that you touched her shoulder. So now it's the closure of your meetup. So I'm assuming that probably you are escorting her to the car. You can hold her waist, okay? As you are moving, you can hold her waist as you are conversing. So you are like, thank you so much for accepting to meet up with you. Oh, it's been nice spending time with you. I hope we can do this some other time, okay? So as you are going, you can hold her waist. Now, if you at any point touched her and you felt there was some bit of resistance, then bro, do not. I repeat, if you felt any form of resistance, then please do not touch her waist. But if you touched her hands, you touched her shoulder, you even gave her a warm hug and she was so welcoming, you even pecked her and she was okay, probably she even reciprocated, then bro, it is very okay for you to hold her waist. Okay, well, those are the 4 places that you should hold a woman that you are meeting for the very, very first time. Don't mess up. And now, the last thing I forgot to mention is that as you are holding her waist, please make sure you don't make a mistake of touching her bamba. Don't. Because when you do that, oh boy, you can't imagine how much this lady will hate you for eternity. So do not touch her waist. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and share this video. Bye-bye.